Radical. Welcome to Radical Rapid Fire Comment Response for June the 28th through July 4th, 2021. Short comments, quick replies. Rune Mamba. Ben Simmons could fit well on the Knicks, Heat, or Warriors. Gonna be an interesting offseason. While I've heard the Warriors mentioned, I have not heard the Knicks or the Heat mentioned, but the Warriors, it could possibly work. I mean, Ben Simmons' biggest problem is he's scared shitless of shooting, especially in the fourth quarter. Well, if they get Clay back, they'll have Clay and Steph, so no problems with shooting there. So maybe it could work on the Warriors. Then goes to, well, what would you trade to get Ben Simmons? I wouldn't give Wiggins and Wiseman for Ben. I just probably wouldn't do that. But maybe Wiggins and one pick, possibly. Lone Wolf Fang. Buying the Amico is like buying that crap Soulja Boy is trying to pass off as a brand new console. Hey, quick question. If any of you had the choice between like the best Soulja Boy knockoff console and the Amico, what would you choose? I might be kind of shocked to get some replies, maybe going for maybe the top Soulja Boy console, and I've never even seen a lot of them, but I'm just really putting that out here. Some people actually might choose the Soulja Boy knockoff console. Hayden Puds. Hey Rick, just wanted to say congratulations on your quality cameo in GTV's latest vid. Was a nice surprise to see two of my favorite YouTubers collaborate. Well, thank you, Hayden Puds. It was fun. It was fun there to be a part. I am technically a part of GTV's channel now. So that's great. That's great. Gajillionaire, formerly Gajillionaire, was and still is a part of the channel whenever he comments here. And it's fun to have people collaborating, right? Hayden Puds, you know what? You're collaborating on this channel, right? Think about that. Hayden Puds is collaborated here for Radical Rapid Fire Comment Response. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about GTV's channel there with the documentaries. And it might inspire me in the future to actually do some kind of a documentary. But it would be done in probably a simplistic, scaled back kind of way, because I just don't have the fancy editing software. I'd have to do it, my way. But I'm not sure. Arioka, fun fact, if you search for Amico on Amazon, you'll find two other established brands for ironically high-end security LED lights and welding plasma cutting machines. Wait, so the Amico was... Are you saying here that it was based on high-end security LED lights? So if you buy an Amico, is that like a security system built in? And does it have an option to weld and plasma cut also? Hey, now I see why it's $300. That sounds pretty damn fancy. Bellstar. Yeah, this is what game devs need, more limitations on creativity. Also, the Intellivision Amico does feel like a religion at times. Yeah, it's not a good thing to have limitations and to limit the devs on being creative. And it does seem kind of like a cult. We call it the Amico cult. It does seem kind of like a religion. And the fact that Tommy and the television people put out those commandments even kind of point things more to the fact that it's kind of like a weird, wacky religion. Dark Fusion 19. When this guy is more entertaining and factual than the quartering. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. But really, it's not saying a whole lot. It's kind of like saying, that guy's slimmer than Review Tech USA. I'm going to be more entertaining default than the quartering. I'm going to be more factual than the quartering. I'm going to have more integrity than the quartering. I probably smell better than the quartering. By any measure of what it is to be a man with integrity, I'm going to be better than the quartering. Oh, except for like YouTube numbers. Oh, my YouTube numbers aren't that high. Is that what people are probably going to say? TG5455. Nice to see Devin Booker in the NBA Finals after having doubts about his future with the Suns, and he was going towards leaving the team, and now the Suns won the West and now have a chance to win the title. I don't think Devin Booker leaves now, even if they lose in the Finals. I don't think he leaves. I didn't know he was going to leave, but one thing that happens is if you have these young stars and you're a small market team like the Bucks or the Suns, then you kind of got to win. Or those stars are going to want to leave and go to the Lakers, the Warriors, the Suns and the Bucks. It's just small market teams, So it's nice to see those two small market teams in the finals. Silver Music Box. Having a lack of different genres is not a good thing. No, it's not a great thing. Not a good thing. Not something that you want to have on a console. And with those 10 Commandments, it kind of like just reveals that there's going to be a lack of different genres on a console. It's weird to buy a console in 2021 where there's no open world 3D games of any type. That's just crazy. Rune Mamba. Finnegan Fox is also on PC. They just made the Intellivision version worse. I guess that's what it means by change the game to make it unique. Yeah, I haven't seen the other version, but change it to make it unique. With the Evel Knievel game, that's basically Evel Knievel, but with some weird additions to make it unique to the Intellivision Amico. I wonder what they're going to do with Sesame Street. What exactly at this point, what is the core of the exclusives to the Amico? Like, what's going to be on the Amico system that's not going to be anywhere else? Because even Finnegan Fox, even the Fox game, that's not truly an exclusive. What's that, Earthworm Jim 4? Is that going to be the key exclusive? Well, you ain't going to get that on day one. P.O. Box Christmas. Can we talk about Burger Time? Why isn't anybody questioning Tommy on this? He keeps mentioning Burger Time in the list of Amico titles, but shows no gameplay, nor does he offer a working title or anything to my knowledge. Imagine if Nintendo or Sony did something like this. They would get crucified. Well, here's what you need to do, P.O. Box Christmas. You need to believe in Tommy. Tommy's got a plan for Burger Time, just like he's got a plan for everything else. His plan is to maybe go to a lot of burger joints and try to beg up some money from them to get some funding to make Burger Time. Maybe McDonald's or, maybe McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. Well, Burger King already had their game years ago and everything. But I can guarantee you, probably the Sneak King is going to be 10 times better than whatever Burger Time game comes out on the Amico. If it does come out, CPE 1704 TKS. Shit, I spent all my money on partying. These are the lessons we all learn when we were young to teach us responsibility. Their simps are stunting their growth, future looking grimmer by the day. Simps stunting growth. That's a great point there. The simps are people that donate to all these YouTubers, specifically young YouTubers online, for just playing video games. That's all they do. We're talking about video games, or just doing other silly things and just getting all these donations. It teaches... what happens when these people are no longer successful and then they try to get into the workforce, into the real world? What happens? They haven't been taught the real value of a dollar, and they have this weird slighted view of the world where they've been getting all this, basically they've been getting all these donations, and they don't know a lot about the world. And you're talking about that one guy that was partying and basically came out e-bagging. What lesson do you teach people if you pay their rent for them? You don't teach the right lessons to these young people, Jeff Brister. It's a shame that he started his YouTube channel talking about Camelot331.com based on stories like this, that he got fired from GameStop, which were completely legitimate. Then people started sending him super chats, and then it all became about the money. Well, even if the GameStop firing was a 100% legitimate story, like maybe he got fired from GameStop and it actually was his fault, Now, Jeff, do you actually know, do you know the people at the GameStop that he worked at? Do you have people on record? Because I wouldn't trust a fucking thing this guy said. The minute I saw one of his uploads, Jeff, he was phony. I'm like, that's a phony motherfucker. That's a phony motherfucker. And your idea was, it became about the money after that, when he started getting the donations. No, I don't think he was an honest person, and then that vilified him, that turned him into that guy that just cared about the donations. No, I don't think so. No. I think he actually was that person all along, and maybe you could argue that gave him the push to become more of a shitbag on this platform, but no, I think it was there. There's fundamentally people that have integrity, and they are honest, and then the opposite would be Camelot 331.